Hi, my name is Jenna Pennington,
And I'm Susanna Burris.
and we are presenting on phonetics and phonology. So, we looked at the challenges that the ELL learners will have. Some of the common ones were vowels can look the same in different languages, but they can have a different sound.
Another challenge that they face is understanding words when they look very similar but have very different meanings. So reading those in context can be hard.
And students struggle to articulate words or phrases in their second language correctly, especially if the articulation differs from their first language. It talked about this in the book as well.
And so these are the standards that we process through and are fulfilled in this lesson. The Kansas Content Standards are knowing and applying grade level phonics and word analysis skills in decoding words, and also understanding word meanings and nuances in word meanings when reading.
And then we looked at the Kansas ELP standards, and we picked out these two, which are they will produce clear and coherent writing in which the development, organization, and style are appropriate to the task, purpose, and audience. And then they will determine or clarify the meaning of unknown and multiple meaning words and phrases based on the grade 2 reading and content. We are going to start our lesson by reading a book called The Amazing Animal Alphabet with Flaps by Richard Edwards. This book is an interactive book that talks about animals. It is really good for phonics and starting the kids out on phonics or practicing those. The book rhymes, which is an awesome tool for students to use when going through phonics, and it just wrapped up phonics and is a good introduction to phonics. Very cute, very informative book, and helps with phonics. And then we'll have a class discussion on a little bit of phonics and the intro to the lesson that we will be doing.
And so the lesson that we'll be doing is the students will be creating interactive notebooks about phonics that they'll get to use as resources, and also there's different activities that we'll talk about in a minute that they will be able to use lots of different avenues of learning and understanding these concepts that we're giving to these students. And so what we'll have them do is pull out, they need a glue stick, scissors, and a pencil, as well as their reading notebooks. And the teacher will pass out the interactive notebook templates for the first section and instruct the students to cut them out. And the teacher will be modeling this using the document camera, but also by walking around making sure that the students are doing okay. And then the templates will be glued into the students' reading notebooks, and then they will begin completing the activities. And on this next slide here, you can see just a few of the different activities that this interactive notebook includes. Cutting and spelling, which is really great for the kids to be able to see that words are made up of letters, words are made up of those parts, and then bringing them all together in that way. And then there's a poem activity for each section, which is kind of displayed in the middle. They'll read a paragraph there and then be able to pick out the words that we're discussing. And then dealing with those word families as well as another activity that are included in these interactive notebooks that they're going to do.
So our closure was to have students do a Go Noodle. This would encourage the kids to get up and move and pull those ideas together and wrap them up. There are 3 Go Noodles that are free. One was on syllables, one was on reading and how not to read like a robot, the other one was on prefixes and suffixes.
And so we have in our second grade classroom 2 intermediate level ELLs, and we have 2 ELL students who are at the proficient level. And really the differentiation for them in this lesson comes in the assessment piece.
So our assessment was to go around and really interact with the kids in these notebooks and look at what they've been doing, if they've been doing the notebooks right. We'll also go around and work with them with these activities. Some will need one-on-one help, so that's kind of differentiating, and some will be able to do it and just sitting there listening to them will also help us check for their understanding on the topic of phonics. And that is our lesson on phonics and phonology
For second grade.
Thank you.